Hey there, Shawn, Bayley, and welcome to this video. And today I'm going to talk to you about how to make a kick-ass intro for your podcast. This was a request that came. You know who you are, so this is why you're getting this video. So I broke this down into 5 simple steps in order to make this happen for you. So when you go and set up your own podcast, it kind of depends, whatever your format is. For mine, I have an intro, then I have the content for that particular day's podcast episode, and then I have various outros at the end of those, right? So I'll show you that in action here. But if I was going to go and I had to redo this from scratch and start over with a brand new intro, I would go and listen to some podcasts, either in my niche or maybe related niches, other niches, and just listen to the intros there and find one that I liked. And once I did, I would go. And this is exactly what I did when I created mine. I just go and listen to it and then go and model it, right? So what you want to do is find, okay, this is a good one. I'm going to go and model this one, is load up that podcast intro, hit play, listen for 5 seconds, pause, and then write down what the person's intro was. Now, if you want to make an exact copy of their script at first, then do it that way. But I go and actually just kind of change it on the fly, right? So when they say something like, follow me in my journey towards financial freedom, I would type down on mine, I would say, join me as I walk towards the fire of, escaping the 9-to-5 rat race. Something like that, right? Because, like I say, we want to go model it, not copy it, right? Copying is lame. Modeling something and making it your own is cool. So I would just go through their entire intro, and like I say, go through and model the intro and create your own script. So once you've done and modeled it, boom, you're going to have your own script in front of you that you can go and read. So all you need to do then is just go get you can go and record it right onto your phone, right? Some type of recording of you reading that script. Now when you do it, I recommend doing it while you're standing up, making sure that you're upbeat, make sure that you're smiling while you do it, and make sure you're like, this is the most awesome recording that I've ever done. A good thing is to do this. I'm shaking my hands and I'm like, yes, record yourself. Stand up, be upbeat, right? You can definitely hear and tell when it comes through, right? So once that's done, then you just go and hit record. I use Camtasia, and then once I'm doing my thing, I just hit record, and I would record myself. That's how I did this. So I recorded myself reading the entire intro. Right? And then once that's done, just go through and edit. If you had any ums or slip-ups or it didn't come out entirely perfectly, you can go into whatever recording software you use. Again, I only know this is what I use. I use Camtasia, and I'll just drag it over and show you. So once I've got it recorded, I'm just going to drag my recording down to my timeline here, and then I can go through and listen to it and make whatever edits that I need to. I would just highlight if that was a section that needed to go, click on the scissors, boom. Now, the next step after you've edited is to go and apply music. So again, inside Camtasia here, I would go get my hands on some type of music. Now, you need to go and get some type of royalty-free music. And again, it's just going to be click on Import Media and then just browse to if I've got the music on here or on my Google Drive or wherever. And then once I find the actual file, I just go and drag it down to the timeline here. And then I would have this item, and this would be my recording, and this item would be my music. And inside each one here, I can go into the audio effects, and I can change the actual volume of each clip here now, because I want the music to be fairly equal to the voice, right? I don't want the voice to be more powerful than the music, and I don't want the music to be more powerful than the voice, if that makes sense there, right? But so now, as far as the music, like I say, there's I went and got some royalty-free music. Just Google royalty-free music and you'll find ways that you can go get some for cheap if you need to go, if you can't find some for free. Whatever niche and genre you're in is going to kind of determine what type of music you want to go with. Something upbeat, something with some guitars, right? Something like that. Right? It's a matter of personal preference. That's the kind of music I would want going along with my intro. I don't even remember what mine's got going on right now as far as the podcast, and once I get to a certain number of episodes, maybe I'll go and update the intro, but basically you want to have 2 tracks. You reading the introduction and the music until you get the 2 at a volume where it sounds really good. Once you're done, you just go in. Once you're done, you just go and save and export your intro. I just named the file intro, and then go over and put it into your podcast content. Now I'll show you on mine. So I've been using a site called Anchor for my podcast, and when you go into your library here, all you have to do is just upload audio that you've got. So I would browse to that intro that I just created, put it on here, and you can see I've got one here where I've got And there we go. So now with each episode, they're all in here. It's just because I have intro selected, but I would just go and add this to the podcast. And then if I take this out, here's all my episodes. They just show up automatically when I record them. Add that. And then I've got, like I say, I've got outros. Add this one. Bam. Now I've got a podcast episode done. I would just hit save, go give it a name and some details, and that's it. And that's how I do. And the outro is pretty much the same thing, right? It's just put some music to it and go find other people's outros and kind of model them and then turn it into your own. So that's it. That is exactly how to make yourself a kick-ass podcast intro and outro. Thanks for watching this video. Go make yourself your own awesome kick-ass podcast intro. Thanks for watching this, and I'll see you in the next video.